Hi everyone, I'm Rob from the Geelong Gaol Museum in Geelong, and today I'm standing at the back of our amazing colonial jail which opened in 1853. Now in Victoria, we are just one of 12 jails built for the Victorian Gold Rush. But what I want to talk about today is really interesting. You see, our jail is a classic colonial designed jail, modelled off the Pentonville prison in London, as are all the other jails that were built in Victoria and a lot of the jails that were built around Australia. But what is interesting about us is that we don't have a basement kitchen, or we don't know if there is a basement kitchen. Because if you look at the Pentonville designed prisons around the world, one of the classic designs is a kitchen that is underground in the basement for a number of reasons: safety, easy to store food, but most of all, it was used to heat the jail from underneath. Now we know this from the jails around Australia, around Victoria, around the world. They have this design. But in Geelong, we don't know if we've got it. There is no evidence to say that we do have it, which is interesting. But what we do know is what you're looking at here. The bottom level is the kitchen to our jail and has been for a really long time. The 2 floors above are the prison hospital. You see, we in Geelong were the prison hospital for Victoria, so it makes perfect sense that we have the kitchen underneath. But what we do know is that I'm standing in one exercise yard, but you can see evidence just here on the corner of where a brick wall joined this building to the actual back wall of the jail. Just here you can see the evidence. And you can imagine on the other side, there was another wall that joined this side of the building. You can still see evidence. Now what we know about this area is that it went to the back gate, but this wall here that has disappeared, there is no gate point. There was never a gate that went into that exercise yard. The wall on this side, we do know with the plans that there was a very, very small gate, very narrow. So how did they get the food into the kitchen? Because if you look at the wall just here, this door was added in the 1950s. And what you can see is there was one window that was bricked in here, and that was it. So there's no actual entry point to the kitchen anywhere from the outside of the building. When you imagine that this gate here is where the food and supplies are actually brought into the jail. So how did they get into the kitchen? Was it like the other colonial jails, Pentonville design, that actually had a basement door that went underground somewhere here? More than likely. But for us, we can't find the plans, because when this jail was planned and the beginning of its building, we were still part of New South Wales. Wacko. It was before Victoria was even a thing. This is incredible. So we haven't been able to find the plans. They'll be somewhere in New South Wales. But I just wanted to show you guys this, and maybe some other people actually know and have a better understanding of the Pentonville designs. But would love to know anyone's theories of, is our kitchen now the original kitchen, or is there a basement kitchen? Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for listening to me. If you are in Geelong, drop down and say g'day.